welcome all. I'm gonna be testing the food.com best banana bread ever. So it does say for 2 to 3 very ripe bananas. I'm gonna go extra. I did 3. So I just crushed them up just like you would any other regular banana. I've actually only made vegan banana bread and that did not come out good. So I wanted to test out this recipe. So I kind of added my own mix to see what would happen. So on here, I thought the recipe called for creaming your eggs with sugar, but really it's creaming your butter with the sugar. So I did it wrong. I looked at the instructions later and I was like, oops. So I literally sit here trying to cream the sugar because I've seen it done before with like tres leches cake where you cream the sugar and the eggs together, and I didn't have my little machine either, like the hand mixer, so it took a lot of like elbow grease. Literally I was achy, and so then I decided to make my own butter because I only had heavy whipping cream and I used my Vitamix, and you only do it for 12 seconds. I think I did a little bit longer, and then my machine started making a weird noise, and that's the brand I get that big thing at Costco. It's only like $10. Yeah, so you're just going to add that into I did it so wrong. So you're supposed to, you know what I was supposed to do, but then I added it to the mixture. I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, yeah, I didn't have the recipe in front of me. I'm just kind of like, okay, we're just gonna do this, and this is just how we're gonna do it, because I'd never done banana bread. So that's what I decided to do. You just gotta test out your waters, and that's how you get better at baking and all kinds of other things. I wanted to be fancy and use my sifter because I never really use it. And I just show you how I scoop the flour into. They say it's best to do it that way. I don't know exactly why. I know a lot of people actually weigh their flour for preciseness. I didn't. I just kind of threw it in there. I didn't even use a leveler. I used like this little weird knife that came in my utensils. Oh, I added my baking soda. And wow, this is actually kind of cringy, like looking at myself do this stuff. Like you think you got it down and then you're really like not. So there I go. I'm all happy using my machine or tool. It didn't even ask to sift it. It didn't even ask to cream the eggs with the sugar. But here I go. So I added our creamy eggs. Then this is where I realized that you're supposed to add the flour into the banana mixture little by little. Honestly, nobody has time for that. We're just gonna mix it all in together and just kind of go with it. Like, I'm sure there's a great explanation of why you need to like do it a little at a time, maybe so I don't over mix the batter, but yeah, you live and you learn. Okay, so this is where it gets a little crazy. So I have some candied walnuts. The recipe called for regular walnuts, not sweetened. And then I go a little crazy and add some mini chocolate chips. They're like the semi-sweet dark chocolate. I mean, if you have a sweet tooth and you love chocolate, like kind of like monkey bread or whatever, I think this would be great for you. I can honestly say like it was just a bit much now thinking about it, but it looked so good to me at the time. And I didn't have any cinnamon. I was really sad because I love cinnamon. I love the way it tastes, and I know it gives banana bread like a great taste and aroma, but your girl didn't have any cinnamon, so you have to work with what you got. So here I am using some of that butter that I made. I smeared it on this parchment paper that I tried to cut to fit my loaf pan thing. It didn't work very well. So you set your temperature for your oven at 350, and then you just put it in there. It said it takes about 45 minutes. I think I did mine in about 40 minutes. But again, I didn't do a lot of the stuff that the recipe said because I thought I read it right, and then really I didn't. Just wait for it here. I'm checking it just to see how it's doing. I got kind of nervous because it started to look like it was overflowing, but it actually looks really pretty. I went to go poke the middle because it looked done, but it's still a little too wet, and I was like, I wasn't sure because I don't want anything weird to happen with those eggs.
The banana bread. I think it's gonna be done soon. It looks like it's really like thick and high up. It says it was for 1 loaf on the recipe, but it looks like it could have been for 2 because it's just so massive. But I've never made banana bread really, except for that vegan one, so I'm not sure. But I'm gonna go ahead and check that with my little knife thing, okay?
So this, my friends, is what it looks like finished. I think it looks great. It was really pretty. I thought it was gonna overflow. It looked kind of big. The recipe said it was good enough for 1 loaf, but to me, I think it could have been 2. But this is the final product.
I'm gonna go ahead and try this out. It is moist. I think the chocolate chips were a bit much for that 1 cup of sugar. Overall, it's good. I'm sure it'll be really good with like some really cold almond milk and a little bit of the butter, but not too bad. I probably could have kept out the chocolate chips and the candied walnuts than regular walnuts. Other than that, it's good.